Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Gemini, I'm going to be doing you a love reading today. A love reading, obviously, for another, but also for yourself as well. This is a messages for those that most need to hear this today or whenever you are compelled to click on this reading. And the beautiful thing is that I'm sitting here now doing a reading, talking to myself, but in the right time, in divine timing and in the right place. Those that are meant to see this message will click on it and see it. It could be today, it could be in a week's time, it could be in a year's time. That's the beautiful thing about divine timing. If the reading is for you and it does resonate with you, I'd be so grateful if you would comment, like, share, subscribe. Thank you to all and each and every one of you who has been following me and has been subscribing and giving such lovely comments and clicking that like button. I really do so appreciate it. If the reading doesn't resonate, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time, my darling. There will always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time as guided by spirit. So I'm going to be using my Spirit Song Tarot. I'm also going to be using, what else am I using? I'm using my Otherkin Tarot as well, all sort of animal nature orientated. I've got some animal oracle cards as well at the end, but I might pull my little Lightseers Tarot too, which is such a lovely deck. So my darlings, let's see. This is for Gemini, for most that most need to hear this message. With regards love, and you've immediately got a major arcana has come out. This is the Chariot card. So this is a life-changing event. This is a life-changing card, and there are 22 major arcanas, and this is number 7. So this is very much spirit guided for you. So you've got the rhino here, and I have an analogy about the universe and our manifestations, that if the rhino represents everything that the universe is bringing in for you, because it's you've already manifested, you just haven't seen it yet. And if that rhino is charging down that path towards you, that path of least resistance to get towards you, what do? You would get out of the way of it. So what the universe and spirit is saying to me is, whatever you're looking to manifest with regards love, you need to slightly remove your attachment to it. Focus on what and why, what you want and why you want it, and release yourself from the attachment to how and when and even who it might happen with. So that is the Chariot. It's coming towards you. There is movement. There is things that are happening for you. There are always and if you feel that there are blockages and things at the moment, there are always new solutions that are coming in for you. There are always opportunities. It's about you moving forward at this time, moving forward, continuing to move forward, my darling, in whatever space you are in right now. And if this reading is starting to resonate with you, you might understand what I'm saying here. You need to continuously move forward. And this is a time for you to be very focused again on what you want and why you want it, and to release that kind of attachment to when and how, because you see, we're all energy. And when we give our attention somewhere, energy flows. So where attention goes, energy flows. So let that energy flowing towards what you're wanting to manifest, what you're wanting to create with yourself, with somebody else, what's already there with somebody, let it happen with that amazing positive energy, not the energies that is attached to fear, literally attachment. So let's move forward and see. And I've got the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. So this for me talks about, to show you the Queen of Cups. This is the seal here. So you are looking back. So are you looking back into the past at the moment? You've got here peace and compassion. I feel where you've been, my darling, is you've come out of a relationship. I'm now seeing the Ace of Pentacles. You've come out of something that has taught you a great deal. You know, every relationship is for the evolution of our soul. So you've come out of a relationship, whatever that relationship was, and it has taught you a lot of life lessons. And you're coming into a place of really understanding what you want, what makes you tick, what makes you happy. You are moving away from doing things for other people that make you feel a lack of, that it's not fulfilling for you, you feel pressure in doing it. And you're coming to a place of understanding about where you are right now. And that understanding brings compassion for yourself, but also for others, because compassion is a choice. Compassion is a choice. Love is a choice. I know we all talk about falling in love, but actually it's a choice we make about loving somebody. So with this seal, the seal represents and this is the Queen of Cups, who's very emotional. She's focused on her self-love. Let me just show you again. And so the seal talks about how you have gained such deep wisdom through your experiences, and every action you do is based on a love, a foundation of love. What would love do in this situation? What would love say in this situation? And that is the gift that you've given yourself, and you are really beginning to know your inner voice, your soul speak, your intuition, which is wonderful. You are also a natural healer, my darling, and you've come to really thrive in a place of peace, harmony, peace. You don't want negativity. You don't want conflict anymore. You don't feel the need to speak your voice when it comes from a place of pain. You rather stay quiet and silent and be in that space that you've created for yourself. Your energy is very important to you now. And I'm so pleased to see this. So let's move forward and see with regards love for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming in with regards to love? Thank you very much. So the 8 of Crystals, which is the 8 of Pentacles. So this is a little bit of a slower pace than the Chariot, but this is the Buffalo. So the 8 of Pentacles is there is a lot of work that's happening, a lot of inner work that's happening for you at this time. You have become, in this space where you are in, very strong. Your foundation that you have for yourself is really stable. You're very dedicated on this journey now that you're on, of becoming very aware of who you are and what you want. You know, you've woken up and you're not following the same patterns, reactions that you have done before. So Spirit is saying with this 8 of Pentacles, keep going with it, with whatever progress that you're making at this time, because, my darling, you've got the Empress, and the Empress is somebody who's faced her fears, is coming into a space of receiving, but she's coming to a space of receiving abundance manifestations, because she knows she deserves it. And one of the many reasons why things that we want to happen are not happening in our lives is, one, because we sit in a space of lack, and so we attract more of that lack towards us, because that's the vibration we're giving out. That's why it's so important to be I am in the present moment. I am grateful, I am happy, because it attracts more of it. But part of it is sometimes we're in a space of that deep inner child feeling that we have as, I don't deserve this. Who am I to think that I could have this? But that's not the Empress. So whatever journey you've been on with regards love for another and love for yourself, you're now coming into that receiving mode where you know you deserve it. You faced your fears, and you are beginning to see the beginnings of your manifestations coming in. You know, the hare in this Empress card, she doesn't run. The hares are born with their eyes open. They've got these lovely great big ears, and she doesn't run from her fears. And she listens to everything. And I'm getting that beautiful phrase, listening to understand, not just to reply, because that's so important with compassion. And I think that's where you've really got to. This is a period, my darling, of growth and abundance for you. It's a period of time where the Empress card talks about you nurturing something new. So has something new come in for you? This is about love. So it's nurturing the birth of a relationship that's coming in, because I've got here the 2 of Wands, which is the 2 of, here it's the 2 of Acorns, the 2 of Wands. So Spirit is saying, seize whatever opportunity has been given to you. Just like, I think this is the falcon. Seize whatever opportunity this has been given to you. This is you're being given. This is focus now. You know, the falcon hovers and looks at things from high up. So this is about you observing everything now that's happening. Whatever decision you're being asked to make with this 2 of Wands, stand back almost dispassionately and observe it with your higher self and say, why is this happening for me? And if you feel that this is right, then you go for it. You seize the opportunity, my darling. See it from your higher self. Don't get caught up in this space, the Five of Acorns, which is the Five of Wands, which is that inner conflict, what your mind is telling you, because your mind only retains that information, that data that you give it in your lifetime. And if you're giving your mind a data that is critical of yourself, or others have given you data that is critical of yourself, that is all your mind has to work out solutions or think things through. That's why we have reactions to things. We react over and over again because we're using what's up here. And this is where you're being asked to observe now with this Two of Wands, with this falcon. You're being asked to observe it from your higher self, your soul, that piece of divinity that holds all ancient wisdom. Make these balanced choices. You've done so much work on yourself. Make these balanced choices. Don't allow that Five of Wands to confuse you, because fear is a liar. Don't allow that Five of Wands, that conflict within your mind, to confuse you, my darling. So let's have a look at what decision you're being asked to make. Thank you. Let's just move these cards over here so I can see. There was the Queen of Cups, Empress, that one's turned over. There we go. Right. So thank you, Spirit. Please tell me about the Two of, there it flew out. Look at this. You've immediately popped in. This is a brand new cycle for you in love. A brand new cycle. This is the free-spirited gazelle. There's the sun behind. This is another major arcana for you. This is a major life-changing event, whatever decision. And now I'm seeing the Ace of Crystals on the bottom of the deck. This is all with regards love. So I'm going to show you that as well. This is here, the Ace of Crystals, the panda. This, whoever this is a gift to you from the divine. You have manifested them with the Chariot. You've manifested this person into your life, and they're coming in at the same vibrational match as you. They're coming in with that balance, the black and white, the yin and yang. And aces are divinely timed, so it's coming in at exactly the right time for you. Don't sit in a space of fear and doubt about whether you deserve this. Sit in a space of understanding that you, my darling, have caused this to happen. You have created this. You have brought this person towards you because of the inner work that you've been doing, because you now understand what's important, and that's you. You are the one person you spend your entire life with. And so therefore you've come to love you. You've manifested this person into your life. And I think this is really, really beautiful. There is a free-spirited energy about them, and you with them as well. And if they haven't appeared yet, they're about to. But there is something very free and enlightening about them. And there is what I want for you. Self I want for you, and vice versa. Don't be surprised this person takes you to places where you didn't expect. You know, the road isn't like that. The road, I'm sorry, my internet connection is a little unstable, so I hope this is okay. The road goes like this, you know, the gazelle zigzags. So be spontaneous with them. Don't worry, don't get yourself, your head in a muddle about how you should be. Be yourself, my darling, because that's who they love. Be yourself. You are incredibly precious, and you are incredibly, I mean, you've got the Empress card that's come out, the care that you give, the loyalty that you give, the peace that you have surrounding you, that energy space, the compassion and the understanding that you have for others. You are a gift, not only to them, but to yourself as well. So think about, what would love do in this situation? Love opens up, it heals, it envelops, it's vulnerable. And fear hides away and hoards and hurts sometimes and harms themselves. So think, what would love do in this? What is the choice I'm making? I'm not going to make this choice out of fear. I'm going to make this choice out of love for myself, but love for another. And if you've done all of this work, which I can see you have done with this Eight of Pentacles, then you're not going to have another reaction like you may have done before. There's not going to be the same old cycle happening. You've renewed yourself. So it's not reaction. Shove that in the bin. It's renewed. You're moving forward. So I love to see this Ace of Pentacles. So let's have, in fact, I'm going to put that here. Thank you, Spirit. What else can you tell me? And you know what? We're actually going to move to this deck, which is, what is this deck? It's one of my new ones. My other Tarot, although my Dash and Puppy has been slightly destroying it. Have wanted to pop out for you. You've got Eight of Pentacles again, and you've got the Three of Swords. So this is why there is a hesitation within you. That hesitation, you've been brokenhearted before. So I want you to step back and say, that happened for me. If that hadn't happened and I hadn't gone through the healing that I did for myself, I healed myself. I didn't ask other people to help me other than them being there, but I did that. And I've learned the value of who I am from having gone through that experience. If I hadn't gone through that, this person wouldn't have come into my life now, because that is what I've manifested. And the universe has brought them straight to you because you deserve them and they deserve you. And so this, you've got here this Eight of You have done so much inner healing having come out of this, and this Three of Swords is that heartache, it is that trauma. But do you see here, this is for me, it represents a seagull, and the seagull is, there was a lot of negativity and attention and seeking and energy pulling and whatever there was in that relationship that you were in between you both, and it triggered you both over and over again to react with one another. And that's gone now. You've risen out of that with this Eight of Pentacles coming out. You know, and the Eight of Pentacles here is the fox here for me, and that talks about, you know, you've seen solutions where you could have just stayed in the problem state, in the I'm sorry about that. No, I'm not muted anymore. My Wi-Fi kicked out. So if there was a break in this, I'm going to pull these two videos together. So you have, where was that card? You're beginning to see these manifestations, things that you've been wishing for and hoping for. You begin to see them coming in. And you've worked so hard for this. But what's so lovely is that you are in a place of appreciation. You're in a place of really beginning to understand the here and now. You're releasing a lot of stuff from the past. You're not allowing it to come into where you are presently. And that's why there is this movement of the universe bringing you in what you have desired and wished for from the right space of love for yourself. Not I need somebody to fill an empty space in my life, but actually I want to share in this love that I now feel for myself, and I want to give it to another and share in that. So that's really, really lovely. And now you've got the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck here, my darling. The Nine of Cups, we all know that's the wish fulfillment. That is the card of saying that whatever you're hoping and wishing for, it's coming in for you. The Nine of Cups also is that lovely thing that sometimes, you know, you've had to walk away from something, the Eight of Cups, because that ninth cup was missing. And that ninth cup is the cup of self-love. The ninth cup is the cup of, actually, I lost myself in that relationship. I lost myself for a while. I forgot about that very important ninth cup. I forgot that I am the one that I should be loving too, not just other people. So I'm really I'm not going to say proud, but I'm really happy to see that you've come on such a journey, and now whoever's coming towards you is coming in with the beautiful right intentions. I'm going to pull my other deck, my Light Seers Tarot, to see about this person that's come into your life or is coming into your life. Thank you, Spirit. Knight of Swords, they're flying in. Thank you very much. Do they like motorbikes? Are they quite energetic, sporty? You know, they are that free spirit and that traveler. I'm going to show you. Thank you very much, Spirit. Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands. Well, there you go. So let me try and show you, first of all, the Knight of Swords. Wherever they have been, they have left a place that they didn't want to be in either. It was a battlefield, a negative space, somewhere there was a lot of conflict. Nobody was really listening to one another. They certainly weren't listening to understand. They were listening to reply. And they have felt they want to come. This, you know, this motorbike here as well. There's almost like this sort of desperation, movement, very fast energy coming in. They're nervous. So if they're in your life already, you may appreciate this, but they're nervous. They're fearful as well, because they don't want to have a reaction as they've done before in past relationships. They want this to be a renewed version of themselves, a more evolved version of themselves, because every relationship we have is for the evolution of our soul. So they've gone through shifts as well. Look at this. You've got, I then saw this card, didn't I? The Knight of Pentacles. This is the knight that crosses the finishing line. This is the tortoise, in terms of the tortoise in the hare. This is somebody who takes their time, and it's because they have, it's a journey that's been a difficult one. They can't rush it. It's a journey that's been a difficult one, but with it, they have learned about themselves. They are not somebody who's going to be emotionally unavailable, because they have that feeling within them that they're protecting themselves the whole time. Look, they're carrying that Ace of Pentacles you saw on their back. They're carrying it. It's they're very aware of what they want, and they are putting in with this black horse. They're coming in that masculine way now, with a sort of practicality and a wanting to look after, a wanting to complement the Empress here, the feminine side of you, the empathic side, the intuitive side, the creative side. So I think this is wonderful. It's bringing in, of course it is, the 10 of Pentacles. And this is the same pentacle. It's bringing in the 10 of Pentacles for you. The 10 of Pentacles, you've had the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. This is that relationship of loyalty, of love, where you both see one another. There is humor in this. If there are children already, but this could be bringing in children for you as well. And those children are going to be a source of great joy for you. I'm seeing that there too. The dog there talks about that lovely loyalty that your souls, thank you, Spirit, your souls both know that they know they're going destined to meet. This is that soul contract between you. So there is no rush there, that it's just happening at the right time, my darling. And it's the 3 of Cups. This is a celebration. This is a renewal. This is, there we go, renewal. This is a coming together where you feel such contentment. So I'm absolutely delighted. And look at this 7 of Wands also came out. What I want you to do at this time is sit in a space as much as possible of I am. This is this space. It doesn't matter what others are saying or doing around you. It doesn't matter necessarily about others' thoughts and perceptions of you. Remember, only you have direct perception of you. You have direct perception of your soul. That is your intuition. So if you have a knowing and an understanding about this, you trust in that, because you will not go wrong on that, because that is your soul guiding you for your greatest good. So wherever space you're in right now, please try and ignore. Obviously, I'm not saying to ignore those that are coming in and things that they say to you resonate with you, but remember as well, things are not as they are how people actually see them from their perception. So what is the expression? Things are not as they are as you see them, something like that. So that's what Spirit is asking me to say, that somebody who may not have your direct perception and may have a cloudy perception of life, you see things not as they are, you see things as you are. That is it. So you see things as you are. Others may see things as they are with you. I hope that makes sense for you. So that's very important. You remain in that space of I am, I know that I am in the place where I'm meant to be. I know that whoever is coming forward to me is coming with the right intentions and in the right time. And if they're here already, you know that already. So you make that decision from your higher self, my darling. What would love do in this situation? And I am not going to get involved in negative things around me, because that just pulls your energy down and it may slow this journey for you. I was just lastly going to pull you, and I do hope this video didn't cut out for too long, or reception wasn't too bad. Otherwise, I've been talking to myself for a very long time and it won't go up onto YouTube. So let's have a look. Thank you for, I did see a buffalo there, but what message for Gemini, that one was go. So you've got, okay. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go of the self-doubt, time to let go of the feeling that you're not good enough. It's time to let go. Look how beautiful that groundhog, you've had this groundhog experience over and over, reaction over and over. You've been doing the same thing over and over. You're not that person anymore. Forgive yourself for who you thought you were, but you were always amazing. But you had to learn a lesson over and over again to get it. That's what happens. The universe just keeps giving us slaps down the face. And if we choose, because it's always a choice, not to learn, not to listen, not to remember what our soul knows, then we just get the same lesson given to us until we do. So it's a bit like being in detention. But look at this. Now, because you are letting go, let go of this feeling, give compassion to yourself. Everything you did then is brought you to where you are now. So this is perfect. And this is bringing in this wonderful horse spirit. Freedom is yours. You have a choice whether you want to feel the way you're feeling at any time. Pull the plug on all of that stuff. Don't bring your past into your present now. You've done too much work to allow that to happen. Let spirit be your guide. This is the hawk spirit again, like the falcon. Let spirit be your guide, my darling. Let your higher self be your guide. And grab that opportunity when it comes in. And then you've got the otter spirit. This is beautiful, the otter spirit. You are never alone. You are being guided all the time. It's also a reminder that when otters hold hands when they're sleeping, to not lose their family and not lose their friends. So it's a reminder for you about always love. Love will allow you not to lose people. As in, did you know that if you're having an argument with somebody, but you're holding their hand, you actually can't argue. There is a connection in the hand. So this is just a reminder for you about, in that place of that Seven of Wands, when you're in that high vibrational space, having love and compassion for yourself, but also for others, understanding that their intent sometimes towards you comes from their own place of pain. And otters go with the flow, and they swim over boulders, what we might perceive as obstacles. They swim over it because they go with that natural flow. But they also are master problem solvers, because when they're cracking open oyster shells, they use rocks nearby, and they always know that spirit, the universe, is going to give them what they need at the time that they need it. And they're very focused on self-love, otters, because if they didn't, they wouldn't survive. They wouldn't survive unless they didn't look after themselves. And there was one other one, owl spirit. You can see clearly now, and you can, my darling, you can see clearly. I'm just going to pull one last card for you. I was going to say I was going to pull one last card for you, and they always do this for me, Spirit. They know now this is what I wonder if it happens. As I pick up the deck, if there's one left behind on the deck, that's for me. And look what you've got, the Six of Cups, the soulmate card. So whoever this is, my darling, you have almost like a predestined you sign this contract with them as a soul to meet, and it's a very the connection between you is a very beautiful connection. But what I'm asking you now to do is to make this realization to yourself that you are anew now, and don't bring the past into this. There doesn't, other than the feeling that you feel that you may not, this may be too good to be true. There is nothing here. There is no other attachment things going on other than you letting go of the memories of the feelings and thoughts that you've had of yesterday. Let them go now. They're not part of this relationship. They're just that judge data in your mind. You just trust in this, my darling, and how you're feeling. So Gemini, I hoped that resonated with whoever's come to listen to the reading today. And I look forward to doing your next one for you soon. In the meantime, I am doing daily wisdom in a nutshell, little mini readings with my little mini Dash and puppy who is slowly destroying my cards. So do subscribe, and I'd love to hear any comments you might have about this video. Take care, my darlings. Bye bye.